me for running water, can they? Oh, let's cut that off. We don't want copyright infringement. Where is this? This is CCTV, and the name of this show is Unsurpassable Justice with Brother R.A., the brother who has a lot to say each and every day. Brother R.A. right here in the Celestial Suite. Ah, yes. Oh. And in the Celestial Suite, we will go ahead and indulge this week. Yep, we certainly shall. We'll indulge before we get into reading and discussing. R.A., your face is too hard. I'm going to discuss that in just a second. I'm going to discuss hidden colors and some of the DVDs that I've been watching and divination. Y'all familiar with divination? Enter the divination. So, I've been playing copywritten material for the past couple of weeks. And I stumbled upon this particular DVD here, Hidden Colors 4. And I was going crazy, living and loving and enjoying the information, and then all of a sudden somebody told me, yo, R.A., that's number 4. There were 3 others. I was blown away that most of the people interviewed on these DVDs, Anthony Browder, James Small, these are brothers that since I've been on the air since 1992, I've come across and was sharing that type of knowledge. But now this younger brother put together put together Hidden Colors, a film, a documentary, a medium to dispense knowledge and information. And it just floored me. And let me just talking about being floored. Being a media professional. What is that? A media professional. I crafted my own job title in understanding the amounts of information that weren't getting dispensed. It's like melanin dominance. What does that mean? What is a liquid pineal gland? And so, let's see you not play this, YouTube. This is no copywritten material whatsoever, bitches. But a media professional, I started at school to be a reverend. Reverend Richard W. Arthur Jr. And 874 Main Street, Union Baptist Church. And I wasn't impressed. Being in the pastor's study, talking about, yo, you see that honey in the fourth pew? I had to take on a higher path. Got down to Morehouse because Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. went to that school. I wanted to follow into, what Nana wanted me to be, Mrs. Alveda Patterson. What she wanted me to be. Trying to fulfill those footsteps. Okay, so I'm going to go to school to be a minister. And to be a minister, all that information was full of shit. I'm like, damn, mounds and mounds of gobbledygook. What kind of, I'm trying to be a shovel. I'm trying to dispense knowledge and information, raise up self-esteem, self-confidence. Trying to raise up, the t-shirt I wore yesterday, tell me who I am. I can't get that knowledge from a melanin recessive inbred mutant albino with a hardened, calcified pineal motherfucking gland. They can't tell me who the fuck I am. And it's no self-hate. I mean, I know that you're my child. I'm the one who had to inbreed to have you to be the mutation. And because the genes, your pineal gland hardened, you don't have the ability of your parents that have a balance and a 360-degree sphere of knowledge and wealth in your first eye. I can't look to them to tell me who I am. That doesn't make sense to me with the sphere of knowledge and information overturning all the misinformation and gobbledygook about what it means to be a black man in motherfucking America. No. I can't look to you to say, yo, this is who you is. You come from the jungles. You got big lips. You can put big plates in your lips. You nothing but a jungle bunny. No, we're more intelligent than you. We are the white inbred mutant child of yours that is a little bit more aggressive because your pineal gland is calcified and you can't receive the full knowledge and information of the full sphere of dynamic energy that I am capable of as being a black man. You can't tell me about that because yours is linear. You don't have a full sphere. It's hardened, it's calcified. You don't have the spiritual tenacity to be able to tell me who the fuck I am. I tried to be a minister. Preach. I have a dream. I can still have a dream. But my dream isn't limited. I have no boundaries of the tenacity of my mind. Your linear thinking has sold me short of myself, me seeking information and knowledge from you about who I am. The path that I have chosen divination. I'm going to read from the Tao. What was the title of the DVD? Hidden Colors, the religion of white supremacy. I hope y'all are keeping up, because I'm definitely tapping deep into myself. Thank you, Master Heed Robinson, the Roxbury Tai Chi Academy, to help enable me to determine my path. Started with Jim Granger, the author of A Black Man's Bible. A Black Man's Bible? I ain't hear no shit about that at Cambridge Renton Latin. I ain't hear no shit about that at Morehouse. I ain't hear no shit about that. I'm like, what path do I take? Oh yeah, pull all the honeys, copulate with half the congregation. I could have went that path, being Reverend Richie. But I felt there's something a little bit more about life, about my ability to tap in. A Black Man's Bible guided me into Immanuel Velikovsky's Worlds in Collision, understanding how Mars and Venus almost collided with Earth because of the electromagnetic pull, knocked Earth's axis from its 360-degree sphere, stirred the up and down melanin-dominant society, knocked that axis to a 32-degree tilt. Now there's a cold hemisphere on both ends of the sphere, the electromagnetic sphere, the North Pole and the South Pole, the Earth's tilt. A lot of people died. I had to inbreed environment. There wasn't much to choose from. And I started to have sex with my own family members, my inbreeding. The child was raised as well as it could, being special, melanin recessed. Too many genes of the mother and father were similar. They didn't combine. They fought. So we had some special children. The melanin recessed. And as it recessed, the pineal gland hardened and calcified. Now our child is a little bit more aggressive the way it had to live in the environment, eating more dead flesh to survive in the cold, long winters. The North. This is me, my path. How do I find out who I am? Nana set me on the path. You want to be a minister, little Richie. But then, what about the subconsciousness that she inlaid, keep teaching and telling me? John P. Patterson, John P. Fuller was 99 3/4 white. In the first 5 years of my life, I wanted to be white. The aggressive behavior of the calcified pineal gland in the white male, surviving in those cold, dark, long winters, being more aggressive than a naturistic, natural, organic father. Now he's aggressed. Changed the whole value system. Now everyone's out here trying to make a damn dollar. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a J-O-B to be with me. That's, excuse me. Good that I had a water pipe. Had water in it. Dry mouth. But as I articulate the path that I'm on, who I am, tapping into the fuller aspects of the capacity of my thought process, the hidden colors, those professors was dropping knowledge. And then, having practiced Tai Chi with Master Heed for the past 20 years, learning how to sit proper with my spine plumb erect, level my chin. Then I go into reading the meta-net of myself and understanding, wait a minute, it's about being an individual. My spine is plumb erect. I am an I. The two configurations of the line, one and I, parallel lines, you, the individual, tapping into your individuality, having the capacity in the mind and the thought process to overcome the aggression of the mutation child oppression. I'm learning to tap into the complete capacity of my mind and brain, soul, and spirit as an individual. Standing, just taking the time for myself. Allowing myself to tap into the electromagnetic energies of the environment. I'm reading the Tao, 304. Divination. How can divination exceed imagination? Are you with me? Can you tap in to your divination? Tapping into your divination, how can your divinity, your individuality, your divination, how can your divinity exceed your imagination? What path I have chosen I'm a divine entity. I have the ability to tap into the environment around me. Who am I? What am I? What path have I chosen? Tai Chi. Standing. Your spine plumb erect, tilting your pelvis, lowering your shoulders. And just taking time for your individuality. Taking time to breathe, to stand, to connect with the environment. Your divination your imagination. Can your imagination be contained? Can you allow and continue to permit your thought process inside a box? Hidden colors. The professors, the amount of non-calcified pineal gland information disseminated over media-dominant media communication. Thank you, family. Family for setting up the path for more melanin dominant people to tap into their individuality, into their divination, into their non-contained imagination. How can divination exceed imagination? You may be contemplating a very bold move in your life. It may be taking a chance on love. It might be deciding to move across the world to begin a new career. It might be combining things that have never been put together before to make a new invention. What you're contemplating is so surprising to you that you wonder whether or not to do it. Traditionally, people turn to divination. But how can any system of divination really help you? Whether it is turtle shells, harrow stalks, crystal balls, psychics, or spirit expression. Whether it is turtle shells, harrow stalks, crystal balls, psychics, or spiritual possessions, are the forces out there really going to provide any true reassurance? Depending on divination means giving up control over your own life. It's also avoiding responsibility. You are able to say it wasn't your fault if things don't work out. Imaginative action is very important in life. Without it, we are less than human. For imagination to come into being, we need decisiveness and control. unless we have these two factors, we cannot manifest the concentration to bring something new into being. We should not surrender our right to decide the course of our lives to vague propositions of the unknown. We should explore every new possibility that appeals to us, and with wise action build the force of our characters. You talk about a sermon. I don't know. I'm like, can a sermon contain such knowledge and individuality? You tapping into your own divination. You're gonna try to serve an energy outside of yourself? I'm gonna hit in colors. Homie said, the most segregated hour of the week, Sunday morning, 11 o'clock. All the whites, or melanin recessive inbred eating albinos with a calcified pineal gland, and all the blacks, melanin dominant with a liquid fluid pineal gland, what path have I chosen? Divination, pulling together my individuality, my divinity, my ability, my imagination, my learning abilities, pulling all of reading the metanetta, understanding and taking two lines. I and I, 11, or 1 and 1, or in a relationship, how are those two lines? Parallel, equal. What's the equal sign? Is two lines. We're talking about generations of knowledge and information being handed down. We have the most segregated hour of the week is Sunday morning. Black folks serving a God outside themselves, looking into white Jesus Christ. Serving an energy outside of yourself. I'm focusing on the melanin dominant black folk that are not in tune or tapped in with their own spirituality, divination. Okay, so telling me during my Tai Chi dance, they made fun. You know, slow meditative movement, that's what Tai Chi is. Meditation of the mind. It's the most spiritual thing for me. Thank you, energies, for Master Heej. Teaching me a little bit more about who I am as a black man. Father Nature. How do I combat hidden colors? How do I combat a religion of white supremacy? A religion of white supremacy. First 5 years of my life, now I wanted to be a little white boy. How come I'm not white? I want to be white. Brother R.A. want to be white at 5 years old. The hidden colors. I told you, as someone seeking knowledge and information, that family gave brother access to my individuality, my divination, into my imagination, into my creation. And he's polishing it off with little more about going into the Tao, not necessarily into a quote-unquote religion, serving an energy outside of self, but learning to put all this information together to see the parallel lines, one and one. So, oh yeah, Brother R.A., single, never married, no kids, no. I'm like, yeah, uh-huh. I had an opportunity, and we agreed that, and I was there and held their hand as I listened to the vacuum cleaner suck my pregnancy out of her. And I was dumb and did it twice. So, just trying to share knowledge and information, the path that I have chosen. I couldn't bring another child into this life not being able to understand what it means to be a black man. I made that choice, that decision. And I thank that sister. She went ahead and had twins, but I still hear, I wonder if one of those abortions was one of my sons that I never had. I'm just trying to explain, I couldn't be a father to a child that young, 20 some odd years old. I chose this path to come to all of this knowledge and all of this information, being polished off by Master Heej. A little more into my individuality, so I was telling you yesterday in class, Heej tells me I see in your face, it's like you're gonna kill somebody, or your face is too hard, you have to be more relaxed in your dance. Yesterday afternoon, I was standing doing the left eye activity. I meant to bring a mirror. I want to be able to look into the camera with my left eye and be able to see myself as an exercise in entering who I am. Seeing the sphere and the globe of the pupil in my eye, my left eye, the side of the heart, the path that I've chosen, who I am, what it means. 56 years old, what does it mean to be a black man? Tell me who I am. And my chi and my energy is directing me into the full sphere. So I read Divination in the Tao. I have 20 minutes left. My mouth is dry. I really should run out and get some water, but I don't want to waste the time. But let me go ahead and read across from Divination 304 is 305. And whoever wrote the Tao, this is a serious experience. I'm reading from Dang Ming Tao, 365 Tao. And hidden colors, knowledge and information, path that I've chosen, polished off as an older black man. He's got me by 20 years, 75-year-old black man, teaching me to tap into myself. Across from 304, Divination in Dang Ming Dao, is 305. Being. Meditation is a total state of being. Many people do not understand meditation, so they reject it. Even those who accept it sometimes understand it in only a fragmentary way. Some think of it as a relaxation exercise. Others think of it as a mere spiritual cultism. Even the fact that meditation is an uncommon word in everyday language is unfortunate, for it reinforces the view that it is something strange. Meditation is a state of being. It is a mode of existence. What is difficult to communicate is that meditation is an act that occurs simultaneously on all levels of a person's life. For example, let's take the proverbial contemplating of your navel. If this is done correctly, here are some of the things that can happen. Increased digestion, better elimination of the bowels, increased sexual vigor, along with enhanced control, greater vitality, improved circulation, increased appetite, stabilized emotions, calmer mind, understanding of deep spiritual truths, and total absorption in a blissful state of being. It is difficult for people to accept that a single activity could span a continuum for better bowel movements to spiritual bliss. But unless meditation was so extraordinary, how else could it be expected to occupy such an honored place in people's lives? I've just read Being. Meditation is a total state of being. The path that I have chosen. All I can say is thank you, teachers. Thank you to all of those who have opened my mind to what's the name of the show? Unsurpassable justice. I have 10 minutes left, and I did have two other passages from the Tao that I wish to read, but my mouth is very dry. So 304 and 305, Divination and Being, the two that I have read, and the following two I wish to read: Scholasticism and Marriage. I'm just gonna run out real quick. Give me some water. I'll be right back. Video production mode. Here, why not let the people watch the street? Okay, 7 minutes left. And Scholasticism is what I wish to read. 138. Scholasticism. Ocean inside a skull cup. Seeking the universal code in letters. The mind is like a flower on icy water. An eye within the petals. Hidden colors, melanin dominant, family thinking, Jim Granger, Anthony Browder, Tony Martin, Francis Cresswellsing, Smalls, just all of those that have influenced and impacted my life to tap me into the individual that I am, seeking the one. That one is me. I found myself. I am that individual. I am that one line, standing when I take time for myself. The universe out Antarctica, the universe up towards the North Star and Orion's belt. None of my thought process being contained, tapping into all of the individualness of who I am. I am the axis. That one line, that individual, tapping into the several levels of myself, inward, not outward. Understanding MIT and Harvard, their attempts, but it's all hidden colors. It's all serving energy outside of yourself, the most segregated hour of the week. Sunday morning at 11, all the black folks in the nigger church, all the white folks in the whitey church. But both them motherfuckers still serving a white Jesus. That's fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. The ankh, the female, the stem, the male, they combine, procreate, melanin dominant and melanin dominant, tapping into their individuality, tapping into themselves. Are there many black women out there that would be able to identify with their individuality? Colored hair, straightened, that good hair. Chris Rock, oh, this batch will last. This batch would last Prince about a month. Oh, and that can get a good perm. Being confined in our thought process. Ocean inside a skull cup. Seeking the universal code in letters. The mind mind is like a flower on icy water. An eye within the petals. Stand, look into my eye and understand I've been contained in my thought process and my own expectations of myself and but I'm on this path that I've chosen. Not to be contained by Western man's racism, sexism, aggression, media misinformation, self-hate, but learn to go deeper within myself as a spiritual individual and relax my face. I don't have to be so angry and upset, but I get a furrowed brow. Thank you for tuning in to Brother R.A. And all I've had to say today. Good night.